Hello and welcome back. Here we are yet again, ready to get into our week 2 of the lovely bit of action we have coming up here. This, of course, being our OPPO event, the South African series of that right here on a PUBG Mobile. And of course, well, we're going to be seeing what the solos are going to be getting up to today. We're going to be jumping into our first match of the day, which will be taking us in towards Sanok. So expecting quite a bit of hot action to come in from that. Of course, right after Sanok, we are going to be transitioning over in towards Erangel to wrap it up on our second match here of the day. So expecting quite a bit of excitement to come in, expecting those insane plays to come in. And of course, well, yeah, hopefully we're going to get that by the bucket load. So as per usual, give us your prediction in chat. In the meantime, let's jump on over into the match. And of course, as we all know, this is Born to Win. Welcome to the exciting match brought to you by OPPO. Get your gamer mode on with the much loved Reno 5 series, which boasts a Qualcomm 5G chipset, AMOLED screen with 90 Hz refresh rate, smooth, light and slim design, and a 65-watt Super VOOC 2.0 flash charge. The safest and one of the fastest charging technologies commercially available in the world. So I don't know if you guys know, you can charge your device from 0 to 100% in about 35 minutes. It's absolutely insane stuff. But of course, now speaking about insane, we got our flight path that we just saw coming in from Mong Nai, heading over towards the western side, just a little bit south there of Camp Alpha. And of course, now as we look up in towards Paradise, we can see Buden is the only player right here making his way around. So we're not seeing too much of a hot drop just yet. But of course, let's jump over in towards boot camp to get into a little bit of a hot drop action, as we got two players now making their way around. This, of course, being Sin and Flacco. Ooh, Booyah finds the first shot in towards Slavery. Now we wait to see where the next few shots are going to be coming from. Well, we see Sin take that engagement with Flacco. Flacco now patiently waiting for those footsteps, waiting for the angle. Right, so expecting some OP plays to come in on the board here. So now making their way through. Flacco now moving up a little bit further. Let's jump over in towards By None, as we did see a little bit of action already coming in from Mr. Booyah over here. We got Infrared not too far away, just held up a little bit further down towards that southern position. But of course, now as we look around the map, we look to see where the players all are, where we're going to be finding our next bit of action. And that could possibly be over here with CJ, as we can see CJ now just moving up pretty close to Tambang. We've got Magic up on the hill. Spotted the movement. Oh, puts a few shots in. CJ takes a little bit of damage. Nothing too crazy just yet. But let's see, will he be able to find the next few shots? Because Shroud also pretty close, just hanging around in the vicinity. So CJ now moving up, Magic up ahead. Come on, who's going to take it? Magic now up at the top. Dub finds the shot into Wick though. Nice pickup. Right, so we got Dollar now also just making their rotations on in. Oh, we might get Trompy and Vile net to head. Are they close enough to spot each other? We got Mixo also not too far away either. Awesome. Just up ahead of Vile. Awesome now just waiting patiently on the watchtower here. Waiting to see if he can spot any of that movement. We got 33 players left in the lobby. So it is definitely going to be a super exciting few zones left up ahead. And of course, just a quick sneak peek. This is all the players who we've got to scope back up into this. Oh, as Rockefeller gets taken out by Awesome. Beautiful reactions coming in there. Buden, of course, now keeping a very watchful eye. He's heard those shots. Just looking to find that engagement, but awesome in an absolutely awesome position right there. We got Vile, of course, now. Also just waiting patiently to see if they can find the angle on it towards awesome. Oh, there we go. Trumpy now just up ahead, also starting to rotate on in. So 31 players now remain. 2 players already getting taken out just now. Oh, Mixo just up ahead, just staying in the compound. But if he moves up a little bit more, Trumpy will have that angle right there on him. So, in fact, 4 players all so close and huddled up. Let's quickly jump over in towards a little bit more of a southeastern position. As we can see, Hooligan now just holding up in the building. We got Schism. I know that's probably not how I'm supposed to say it, but that is how I'm saying it. All right, let's see if Schism will be able to get any of these hits going. We got Hooligan just patiently waiting right there alongside him. But of course, we're not seeing the action up in bootcamp just yet. Sin and Flacco both just holding their distance. Ooh, but Lockjaw finding that angle on towards Sin. Spots him out. Tries to put the shots in. Doesn't get them just yet. But he is definitely trying to get those hits going. Alright, so now we wait to see if we'll be getting any of that action. Flacco and Sin still just holding up ahead. A little bit of a stalemate coming in there. Oh, Mixo picks up Trumpy over on the hilltop there close to Bun. Was waiting to see also what is going to be happening over in and around the Painan area. Got Legion now moving up behind them as well. Oh, here we go. Hamster Slayer up ahead. Not a very challenging occupation, I bet. Could be fairly easy to do. Right, so we got Booyah and Ko now, of course, up ahead. Shroud also now just positioned on the outskirts. Infrared now scanning through the buildings. Oh, we've got some eyes on Infrared. Alright, so we've got a Hamster Slayer now just perched up at the top. Ooh, spots out Booyah. Come on, come on. Yes, where's the shots? So Booyah and Infrared about to go toe to toe. Right here in a Painan. Hamster Slayer now trying to get ahead of that blue zone. We are keeping a very watchful eye right there on Infrared. Waiting for Infrared to step out. Provide that opportunity. That is a beautiful angle though for Booyah. Right, Infrared just behind him. The zone, of course, now shifting up once again. Ooh, let's jump up to Fluffy. Pushing in to the compound here. We got Sage. Just patiently waiting to see what Fluffy is going to be doing. Waiting for these hits. Waiting for that aggression to come in. This is an all or nothing approach. One false move could cost you the game. So let's see now. Sage getting stuck in the window. Oh, those utils getting sent up once again. Fluffy just holding the angle on the exterior side of the wall. 29 players remain. We are 2 phases deep. We've got a minute left on the clock before that blue zone starts shifting up once again. Fluffy now just trying to make his way on through. Trying to make the way around. Trying to figure out where Sage is. Oh, sends it up. Sends up the nade. Oh! Did it make it inside? No, it doesn't, but it flushes Sage out just ever so slightly. Fluffy now trying to step up, trying to pick up the hits, but of course Sage just managing to duck and weave all the hits. Sage now, just still waiting on the opposite end of the wall. Ooh. We got to jump up into this. This is going to be hot. This is going to be absolutely heated. Buden now stepping up, putting a few shots into Abukad. Picks up the kill. But of course now, just look at this. This is absolutely crazy. We got Sela, Buden, Vile, awesome. CJ getting picked up by the zone. We got Mixo just off in the distance. Sela keeping a watchful eye on Buden. Oh, sends one up. Down he goes. What a hit that was by Buden. Sela getting picked up. Oh man, that was amazing. Fluffy picking up, oh Sage rather, picking up the kill there on Fluffy. But of course now we still got 3 players waiting up in fight. Now, oh boy, steps up, puts a few shots in. Hamster Slayer now trying to rotate up as well. Out in the open, a little bit exposed, goes for a bit of a swim. Boya now still keeping a watchful eye, steps on up, puts the shots and picks up a Hamster. And of course, well, Infrared also got picked up in the process. So well done to Boya. Sounds like we're doing a little bit of free fire here, but whatever, it is what it is. Flacco now still just held up over in towards boot camp. Waiting to see what Sin is going to be doing. Sin, of course, still up on the roof. Oh, Shroud picks up Schism. Nicely done. Well played. Vile and Buden pretty close together. We got Mixo and Awesome also still there in the vicinity. Here we go. Sin now making a play for it. The blue zone is closing in, so he needs to get a way out of boot camp. Flacco, of course, just waiting up ahead of him. In anticipation. Oh, what an ambush. What a strike. Flacco. Flacco picks it up with a quick flick. There we go. Well done. So Bob Rock now in a hot pursuit of Poker. Let's see. Will Bob Rock be able to get out of that blue zone? Not quite sure where Poker is going. Moving up into an angle just outside of boot camp. Definitely a very interesting position to be playing from. But of course now Boya now making that quick dash back up in towards the zone. Coming in from the southern side, pushing further through. Ray sitting on 3 kills. Right, choosing a nice position all the way over on towards that eastern side of the zone. It could be quite beneficial. Just looking at where all the rest of the players are. Everyone, of course, situated over towards this western side. Lockjaw now being one of those players, making a bit of a push, rotating in, trying to find that angle, that entry point into the zone. Awesome, of course, now just in front. Also trying to move up, looking for any opportunities. Any potential players trying to rotate into the zone from this angle. Oh, this might be a bit of a risky one for Awesome. Up comes Lockjaw. So close. Buden picks up Zeta. Oh, Lockjaw picks up Awesome. The dangers of looting as a solo. Vile, of course, now comes rushing on in. Gets picked up by Buden. What a beautiful play that was. Right, let's see now. Oh, we got Bob Rock. Still trying to find that angle back up in towards the zone. Good Poker also right here on this side, not too far away. So there is that potential for the shots to find their way on through onto Bob Rock. Poker, of course, now just making sure everything is Gucci behind him. Oh, Magic picks up touch. That Magic touch coming on through. Let's see. Now Magic also trying to move on in. We got Willie up ahead. We got Mixer also not too far away. But as you can see, Willie now just patiently waiting there for Magic. Waiting for that angle. Waiting for that play. Hooligan also just positioned over down towards the south. But both Hooligan and Magic still needs to push back up in towards the zone. 16 minutes remain. Time is starting to run out. Or 16 players rather, not 16 minutes. Alright, so we got the blue zone closing up as well. As you can see, Magic now coming in with a bit of a rotation. Coming in behind Hooligan. Hooligan up ahead, making a quick bit of a dash. Oh, Buden picks up Flacco. What? Buden is going all out here today. Lockjaw taking a few hits. Trying to secure an angle here as well. Buden still just hanging about. Already sitting on 5 kills. Booyah picks up dub in the process. Oh, we got least important now moving up as well. Mixo now in a bit of a difficult position. Magic picks up Hooligan. Bob Rock gets picked up as well. Poker finding those hits, but of course now still needs to get out of the blue zone. And here we go. Ooh, Willie now coming in as well. Heard the shots, getting ready to move on in. Looking for that vantage point, looking for that opportunity, the shots to find themselves on through. You got PB and J, of course, just up ahead as well. Here we go. Mixo steps out. Oh, Willie gets caught in the crossfire. Quick retaliation. Mixo. Oh, down he goes. Bob Rock. Also, we can see there in the kill feed. But beautiful shooting here from Willie. And that, of course, is the unfortunate event on the side there. For Mixo, having that weapon in burst mode. That is why I hate burst mode. But let's see now. We've got Poker pushing up once again. Oh, the western side of the zone is looking pretty tight. Lockjaw and Buden side by side. Buden already on a pretty aggressive roll so far, picking up 5 kills. Let's see, will he be able to bring in any additional points? We got Legion now moving up as well. As you can see off in the distance, we got Lockjaw right up in front of him, trying to find their way on through, but Buden just lurking in the tall grass, steps up, put a quick few shots in. Lockjaw now just quickly trying to recover the health here, but steps out. Oh, Buden picks it up once again, making it 6 kills so far. But here we go. Least important now starting to move in. Will we see Buden getting wiped out? Legion right there behind Buden as well. Will it be the 7th kill for Buden or the first one for Legion? Can still swing either which way. But now we wait to see who's going to be the one to pick it up. Least important, also now just lying in wait. Willie also now just trying to find that entry point. PB and J just up ahead. Will this be Willie's 2nd kill? Oh, PB and J now lurking. Oh, steps up, picks up Willie in the process. Beautiful vector shots coming in right there. PB and J now getting spotted there. Poker just lying in ambush, waiting for Magic to push up in towards zone. Magic now trying to make a good play here, trying to use the rocks as hard cover to try and push a little bit further. We got Booyah also just up ahead there. Oh, Booyah takes the hits. Poker picks up the kill. Down they go. 8 players now remain. Legion now facing off against Buden. Blue zone is closing in. This is the 4th phase. We're about to move into the 5th phase. So the blue zone is going to be doing a considerable amount of damage. Buden now just waiting patiently to see what Legion is going to be doing. But of course we wait to see whether or not Legion is going to give up his kill point. Or is he going to try and take the knee out in the blue? Good Sage also now just up ahead there of Buden. So many players still remain. 8 of them still alive. Buden, of course, not trying to make a safe rotation. Oh, Magic picks up Poker in the process. Buden still just pushing up a little bit further. Good Shroud right on the hill. Oh, Legion now feeling the damage coming in from the blue. Now we wait to see where PB and J is going to be going as Legion gets picked up by the blue zone, of course, taking the knee. Oh, Sage now gets taken out in the process. Pretty sure that was Shroud. Did the job. Good Sage now. Oh, never mind. They didn't get picked. Oh, what they did. We're down to 6. Right, so PB&J now slowly moving into position. Trying to catch up with that zone, of course. Oh, least important now, feeling the pressure coming in. Gets spotted out. Shroud picks up Buden. Down he goes. Shroud the one to save the day. Shroud now taking so many more hits, but of course picking up PB&J in the process. Shroud now going all out in this. Already picks remain. We got least important, Shroud, Sage. And then of course Magic. It seems like everyone has been able to find a position within the zone for the time being. Of course, now we wait to see where the next shift is going to take us, and it moves a little bit further up in towards the north. So Magic and Shroud keeping a very watchful eye, as we can see, of course, and all least important, and Sage also just up in a more northerly position. Shroud still needs to get back up in towards the zone, but he's waiting to see what least important is going to be doing and whether or not he'll be able to find those angles. There we go. Now moving on in. Shroud picks up the point right there on least important. Magic, of course, now hearing the shots. Still trying to find that angle in towards the zone. Shroud now getting out of his hiding spot. Moving a little bit further up. You can see Magic, of course, right there alongside him. Shroud now just clearing the area as he moves on through bit by bit closer to that zone. Magic already finding a good position in the zone. Good Sage, of course, on the opposite end there as well. A little bit further up in towards the north. But here we go. Shroud now starting to push a little bit closer. Anticipating someone could be right there alongside him. Sage keeping a very watchful eye. Could potentially be the one to clutch it out. Has that compound advantage. But now let's see. Will Sage be able to find the angles up in towards Shroud? Shroud now just patiently waiting to see where Magic is. Magic now, of course, just hugging at the edge of this rock. Not willing to give up the position just yet. But now the zone has moved a little bit further forward, sorry. And now all three remaining players need to get up in towards the zone. 30 seconds left on the clock to make that call. Shroud now was trying to put the shots up in towards Magic. Magic cooking up that nade. Oh, will it be perfectly timed? Sends it out. Doesn't find the spot just yet. Sends up another one. A third one as well. Oh, Shroud just hugging that rock now. Trying to evade the damage. Shroud now sending one up in response. But of course, Sage now using this opportunity to get back up in towards the zone. Oh, now is showtime. Blue zone is starting to close on up. Here we go. This is going to be the final play for all three of these players. It is Shroud, it is Magic, and it is Sage. Shroud now just in the blue. Possibly trying a bit of a heal strat, but of course, well, we don't see anyone in the zone just yet. Oh, Sage now coming under a little bit of fire, not taking any hits though. Shroud not managing to find the hits, but of course gets picked up by the blue zone. Magic now lying in wait, waiting for Sage to move up. Sage, of course, now moving up behind some hard cover. Now we're going to see the dance coming in around the rock as Magic is now, of course, caught behind a tree of his own. Oh, Sage now thought it was the rock, but in fact it was the tree. Picks up a little bit of damage on towards Magic. Come on, this is going to be close. Neither of these players are in zone. There's going to be a fight to the death. Of course, well, that is exactly what we expect to happen. Let's see, will Magic be able to pick this one up? Or will it go in favor of Sage? Sage now just taunting Magic. Oh, waiting in anticipation for those shots. Here we go. The rush is real. Up they come. Magic taking quite a bit of damage. Sage now trying to step on in. Picks it up and down he goes. What a play. What a play. Sage finishing off with a beautiful chicken dinner and 2 kills. Magic coming into second there on 3 kills. We got Shroud in third on 4 kills. We got least important taking fourth. We got PB&J in 5th place on 1. Buden in 6th place with 6 kills. Of course, Legion in 7th We got Poker finishing in 8th on 2. We got Booyah finishing in 9th on with 4. We got Willie in 10th there with 1. We got Lockjaw in 11th with 1. We got Mexo in 12th with 1 as well. Rob Rock then in 13th. Hooligan in 14th. We got Dub taking 15th place. Flacco taking 16th. Both players finishing with 1 kill apiece. We got Touch and Vile then in 17th and 18th. We got Awesome finishing up in 19th with 2. Zeta finishing in 20th with 2. We got Sin. We got Schism. We got a Hamster. We got Infrared. We got Dollar. We got Fluffy. Everybody else, of course, going back empty-handed. 36 players in total. But what a tough match that was. What a showdown that was right there at the end. And of course, a big up going to Mr. Sage and Magic, as well as, of course, Shroud for bringing in those plays all the way up into that final zone. But also got to give a shout out there to Buden. Absolutely phenomenal shooting. But that, of course, is the end of our first match. We're going to be bringing you the second match in a short few minutes. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys back right after the break. Hello and welcome back to the second match. This, of course, being the OPPO PUBG Mobile South African Series 2021. Of course, in the first match, we saw some pretty spicy plays coming in that final zone, of course, with Sage picking up the chicken dinner. Now we move on over in towards Erangel to see what the solos are going to be getting up to in this final match of the day. This, of course, being week 2 of our preliminary round 2. So we've got another round, of course, coming in next week. So be sure to keep a very watchful eye on the Ikasi and OPPO social media to make sure that you guys know exactly when registrations open up and when you can get in for the next ones. Of course, be sure to check that out. And of course, then in the last week, we'll be moving in to our finals to see who will be the victor and who's going to be the one to grab it all. But of course, enough of that. Let's jump into the game. And as we know, it is Born to Win. Welcome to the exciting match brought to you by OPPO. Get your gamer mode on with the much-loved Reno 5 series. Based on an in-depth understanding of the market, OPPO has innovated the Reno 5 series smartphone that is tailored for a superior gaming experience with features such as gaming shortcut mode, gamer mode, bullet screen messages, and adjustable gaming touch that create an environment for users to be totally immersed in entertainment. And of course, speaking of entertainment, that is what we are looking to see with this flight path coming in from the western side, just west there of Quarry, making its way across towards Malta Power. So a slight southern flight path. But of course, I don't think the players are going to be too affected by that just yet. So let's keep an eye on them to see where everybody is going to be going. And potentially, we could jump into a little bit of early game action. We, of course, have 26 players in the lobby. So give us your predictions in the chat. Let me know, who do you think is going to be the one to clutch it out in this match? Of course, now, just to assist you with that, here is the list of the players that we've got in the lobby at the current moment. So, of course, now looking to see whether or not Sage will be coming in with yet another play, picking up that kill once again, that chicken dinner. Or will we see another OP play coming in from Buden? Of course, now quite a few names to be choosing from, and we see a few potential hot drops already finding its way on in. Let's jump up in towards Pachinki to see exactly what is going to be happening with 3 players already making their way on through. Right, so let's see now. Of course, Sage getting the loot going, and of course right here, ooh, Dub, however, picks up the kill already there on Awesome. Ooh, really quick early strike coming in right there. We got Lockjaw, of course, now also just rotating through Pachinki here. We got Mixo just up ahead, but already some nice early game action coming on through. Right, so Flacco, of course, dropping in the spot where we know they like to frequent with that zone. Of course, now shifting up in towards the north. Who knows where these players are going to choose to rotate up into. So many options for them, so many potential possessions for them to take occupation of. So let's see where everybody is going to be going. But of course, now speaking of that, we've got Slavery and Sin here very close together. 2 words I won't always put in one sentence, but here we go. Oh, Sin now and Slavery right there with a few easy shots coming in there from the Tommy gun. Quick, swift end coming in, but of course now as we jump back up in towards our lovely Pachinki. Let's see. Will we have Sage, Lockjaw, or even Mixo taking any of those shots? Mixo keeping a very watchful eye there on Lockjaw, waiting for that opening, but in the meanwhile, Sage is moving ever closer. Oh, Willie picks up some PB&J. Nicely done, well played. Right, so we got Ice and Booyah also now just moving closer and closer together. Red zone, of course, now popping up right here on Pachinki. Oh, the anticipation is building. Waiting to see where these shots are going to be coming in from. Will it be Sage? Will it be Mixo? Or will it be Lockjaw? Right, looking at the rest of the map, you can see, of course, the players are slowly making their way on in. They're waiting for Edge to come in off the edge of that zone. Of course, then Sin and Flacco still need to rotate on in. Sayuri, well, difficult names. Still also trying to rotate out of Malta. And of course, we got Schism right there alongside. So a few potential angles. You could see those aggressive shots coming on in. But of course, speaking of aggression, this red zone just bombarding the players here with a few shots, making it difficult to rotate out for the current time. You can see Lockjaw now also just venturing further through the buildings. Right, so we're not seeing crazy fights breaking out in Pachinki just yet. But of course, now we might have a little bit of action over towards the hospital side. As we see Edge now just breaking in on the edge of that zone, quickly changing up the vehicles before pushing further onwards. Of course, from here on out, it is pretty open. Oh, Mixo picks up Sage, though, in the process. Well done, well done. Let's jump back over to Mixo. This might be the time where we see Lockjaw now stepping in for a bit of a third party, if we could call it that. Right, so Mixo and Lockjaw both just making their way around patiently. Lockjaw waiting on the crate. Looking to see if we can find that position. Mixo, of course, not just casually going about his business. Booyah picks up Sin, though. Well done. Right, so 20 players now remain. Waiting to see where the zone is going to be going. And of course, now we can see Break You in half, making a nice rotation up in towards a more northerly position. That Molly, of course, now getting sent on in over towards Mixo. Pop goes the fuel can. Lockjaw now just patiently waiting to see if Mixo is going to step out into the open. Here we go. Lockjaw sends up some nades. Looks like a bit of firework. Definitely waiting to see what Lockjaw and Mixo will be doing. And of course, who will be the one to pick up the kill here? Oh, let's see now. Lockjaw sends one out. Mixo takes a bit of damage. There we go. That is what we want to see. Mixo now trying to wrap around the wall, trying to find that angle up on towards Jigsaw just a little bit further. Come on, Mixo, you can do it. Lockjaw just in front of the wall. Oh, there we go. Mixo sends out a nade. Lockjaw, of course, now rotating up as well, coming on the opposite side. Oh, and of course, these rotations are still coming in. Luffy now quickly trying to take aim. As we got Buden rotating up right in front of him. There we go. Quick drop in behind some hard cover. But of course, Schism comes in. Oh, puts the Mosin to good use. And of course, picks up an easy... No, sorry, this is got 98. Wow. Buden, of course, right there behind the rock, waiting to see if he can find that angle. Steps up, finds a few shots. Schism now in trouble. Oh, just drops down in time. Here we go. Buda now pushing up aggressively. Full send sends him down. What a beautiful way to end it off. Nice, quick, swift reactions coming in right there. Of course, now Lockjaw and Migzo still holding up on either ends of the compound. They've closed the gap in between them. Now about to start doing their dance around the building. Both players, of course, now very patiently waiting. Booyah! Oh, picks up the shot on towards Dub. Beating me to the punch on that one. But well played there to Booyah nonetheless. Right, now let's see what Lockjaw is going to try and do. Will we see that aggression come in? Migzo just up ahead. Ooh, just saw him in the window. Oh! Pre-fire not working there in favor of Lockjaw. Migzo steps out right at the opportune moment to pick up a very easy kill. Let's jump up onto the drop here to see. We got this Seller, of course, right here, as well as Willy. Now there's also Buden starting to rotate on end. Seller taking a little bit of fire. Buden now sneaking up the side. Looking for that movement over towards Willy. Willy, of course, now stepping up to that drop. Patiently waiting to see what is going to be happening. Pretty aware that someone has rotated in. Here we go. Godzilla now, of course, just up ahead. Just on the opposite end there of the waterway. Willy's still keeping a very watchful eye, of course, right over towards Buden. But now Sela is just waiting up top. Waiting to see where they're going to be going. Of course, now we wait to see where the next phase will be taking us as the blue zone is closing in. We've got 16 players now remaining on the map. Hamster Slayer, of course, now perched right up at the top here of Everest. Keeping a watchful eye there on the mountaintop. Waiting before striking. Right, so we got Edge now pushing a little bit closer, moving up as well. Not too close to the edge for this run, but of course now let's jump back over towards Willy and Buden to see what will happen between these two. Right, so Buden now, of course, getting ready to rotate up once again. Oh, up comes Legion into the mix. Oh, Buden spots him, turns around almost immediately. Gets back up behind some hard cover. Out comes the Utils, sending themselves right on over. Oh, Legion not wasting a single moment in the barrage there of Utils. How many nades does the man have? Of course, now Willy up ahead. Oh, Vile picks up Hamster Slayer in the meanwhile. Right, so we got the smokes now, of course, being deployed. Legion now still trying to find that angle. Up comes Buden, rushing in through the smoke. Oh, steps up, picks up the kill though with the Uzi. Pretty aggressive plays coming in right there. But of course now we have another bit of aggression about to start unfolding. Just here on the edge, between edge. Break you in half and Sela. Sela, of course, now right here behind the drop. Looking to see if he can find that angle. Sends out the smoke. Sayuri getting picked up in the process by the blue zone. Sela, of course, now just waiting with the AWAM. Oh, but gets picked up by Vile on the opposite end there. Steps on in with a mini 14. Wow. That was a beautiful shot. So now we wait to see where these players are going to try and push on up into. Break you in half, still just patiently waiting right here on the crossroads. Utilizing the wizard tower as a vantage point. Ooh, Edge now, of course, tapping off a few shots there. Edge just patiently waiting to find that angle. We got Magic and Vile also in the vicinity, and of course that zone just moving a little bit further on towards the west. But now we have Willie now creeping closer, trying to find a good position to set himself up into. Takes occupation of the compound there, but now we wait to see where the next zone is going to be going, as blue zone is about to close on up. And of course now, oh, Buden just popping his own vehicle tires there. Oh no, making sure that no one can use that one. I see some big brain plays coming out of here. There we go. Now Flacco, of course, just up ahead of him as well, patiently waiting to see if anyone's going to try and cross over the bridge. But Boya, on the other hand, also beautifully set up at another bridge. Holding up here in Watertown to see if anyone's going to try and potentially cross over this bridge. So a lot of bridge trolling coming in right here. Of course, now we can see Buden just off in the distance, also rotating on in. Is he going to move in to Watertown? We don't know just yet. Boya keeping a very watchful eye. Mixo still just up in Pachinki, not rotating out. Staying there as long as possibly. Well, as long as humanly possible. Oh, Magic picks up Vile though. Where did that come from? Oh, wow. Well played though to Magic. Seeing some crazy plays come in here, but of course now Edge has heard the shots. You can see Break Yourself just up ahead, still up in the Wizard Tower. Waiting to see if any of these engagements will be finding their way on through. Alright, so we've got Hooligan now also rotating in there from that far western side. Bob Rock, not too far away, over towards the east. Everybody now just taking the most calculated approach to this match. Looking to play very careful. Very cautious. Not wanting to expose themselves unnecessarily. Alright, so let's see now. Oh, what a shift. 3 players already in the next zone. Of course, now the remaining players all need to try and rotate up. 8 players having to make the trip all the way up in towards the north. And of course, Edge and Break You in Half, both very, very close to that zone. But Edge now just lying in wait, waiting in ambush to see what is going to happen. Oh, here we go. Buden now rotating up as well. Oh, could be a clear entry point for him. But of course now, oh, Edge firing off a quick few shots. Draws the attention in of Buden, who comes rushing in. Steps up. Oh, Buden with the clutch once again. Finishing off Edge in a very swift manner. Magic now keeping a very watchful eye here as well. Buden doesn't know that there's someone right up ahead. Break You in Half rather now. Using this opportunity to try and rotate across the water. Setting himself up beautifully. But of course now, if he gets spotted, it is going to be a very, very tricky one to get out of. Alright, so for the time being, the compound we see break and a half moving into is open. It is a good angle in the zone. But of course, now we see a few more players positioning themselves a little bit further up in towards a more centralized position. We've got Booyah now with the AWAM in hand, looking to find any kills up ahead. We got Bob Rock also now just rocking it up behind the tree, making a quick dash for it. Will he get spotted? Oh, it is definitely possible. Booyah not having the opportunity just yet. There we go. We got the drop coming in as well. Booyah now making a quick play. Rushing up a little bit, looking to jump onto the possible motorbike up ahead of him. Oh, but things could definitely get absolutely chaotic close to the drop. As you can see, Willie now just moving in. We got Magic and a Hooligan side by side. So we got a Willie just down below, but of course we got a Hooligan up on the hill here. Could spot Magic just on the side. Magic, of course, not paying too much attention to the surrounding area. Oh, this could be the downfall, but of course, Breaky and a half also now moving into the same compound as where Willie is. Here we go. Who is going to be the one to take the fight? Hooligan now, of course, pushing up a little bit further on towards the drop, grabbing some nice level 3 gear. But also has that VSS to utilize. Oh! Magic strikes down on towards Willie. Waiting to see what's going to happen right here on the end as Bob Rock is now trying to push on up. Migzo now quickly rushing up further in towards that zone. Trying to find a good point, but of course now, well, there's a compound up ahead. Let's see if we can get back up into the fight here. Oh, Magic now moving in. A Hooligan lying in wait. Break yourself now moving into that exact same compound. Oh, still a heavily congested eastern zone as well. We got Bob just up ahead, trying to wrap around, trying to get ahead of that blue zone. Of course, now Abukat now just patiently waiting. We got Migzo rotating up once again, fairly close to Abukat. Oh, that zone pops up once again, heading even further up in towards the north. Break yourself now also having a little bit of a company coming into the compound. As you can see, of course, Magic being the one to push right on up. Come on, who's going to be the one to clutch it out? Who's going to be the one to pick up the kill here? Magic now smoking it up, but of course now they need to still get back up in it towards zone. Migzo now still trying to make a play, also trying to come in from this eastern side of the zone. We've got Abukat just patiently waiting in the little shack here. 9 players remain. Migzo now just trying to make sure that there's no one in the shack up ahead. Of course, as we can see, there is in fact someone. Here we go. Migzo now making a little bit of a push, creeping closer to Abukat. Will we see him try and potentially block the door? Oh, yes, he does. And of course, Abukat steps out, strikes, and picks up a very easy kill. 7 players now remain. Of course, now we got 3 players still yet to make it up in towards zone. The other 4 already beautifully set up within the zone. So Flacker now just holding on at the eastern side of the zone. Buden up in the north. See Hooligan and Abukat now, of course, just setting themselves up on the edge of that zone. 10 seconds or so remain on the clock before the zone starts closing up once again. And then we should see a little bit of chaos erupting across the map. But of course now Booyah heading up in towards zone. Abukat just up ahead. But of course we've got another player right behind him. That of course being Bob Rock. So things could get pretty spicy anytime. But here we go. Booyah now moving up, keeping a watchful eye. anticipation is building. Come on. Boya making a dash. Bob Rock coming in behind. Abu Ghad now just waiting up ahead, but not even looking in the direction of the players coming in from behind, though. Ooh, break you in half. Also now just taking a quick break up in the shack there. Hooligan up top. Probably spotted the rotation come in. But this is where things are going to get pretty hairy, pretty spicy, pretty fast. Of course, now the next zone about to pop. It moves over to the west. We got nobody in zone. Oh, this is going to be an absolutely risky play, especially for these three players we see over on this eastern side. Here we go now. Oh, Bob Rock stacks up. Abu Ghad picks him up with absolute ease. And of course now Boya keeping a very watchful eye, looking to strike on this third party opportunity. Abu Ghad now trying to make a run for it, trying to push on up. Flacco just up ahead of him, so he escapes the one. But of course now rotates up right into another player. Let's see, will Abu Ghad get out of this one in one piece? So many shots coming in from Flacco. Oh, one more hit, and it could be the end there for Abu Ghad. But of course now just finding a little bit of safety further up in towards the north, but now still needing to rotate up in towards zone. Break you in half, of course, now pulling up right here alongside Mr. Buden, who's still held up in the shack. But of course now Hooligan coming under fire. Oh, break you in half, claiming an easy kill there. 5 players now remain. Boya now also coming in with a bit of rotation, pushing up in towards that zone. Come on, who's going to make it? Wooden just here. Breako in half. Right there alongside him. 3 players. Right here. Almost side by side. Of course, now Flacco also making his own entry. About to come in from the eastern side. But Abu Ghad now quite far away from zone, but trying to make that rotation on in. Flacco just patiently waiting on the side. Oh, break you in half, picks up Boya in the process. Abu Ghad now also trying to come on in. Right, so this is the final showdown. 3 of the 4 players already positioned in zone. Break you in half now, deploying all the smokes. See Flacco on the far side there. Abu Ghad still to find that position in the zone. Buden patiently waiting here. Come on. Flacco now trying to make a play on the ridge. Break you in half just in front of him. Can hear the footsteps. Abu Ghad now taking a bit of damage in the blue. Oh, down he goes. 3 players left to fight it out. So got Flacco, break you in half, and Buden. The 3 remaining players. Buden, of course, still huddled up in the little shack there. Flacco still to find his way into the zone. So this could be a pretty risky rotation here for Flacco. So we look to see where he is going to try and go. But of course now break you in half gives him that opportunity as he now rotates over towards the western side of the zone. About to go spelunking in the underground there. Oh, but break you in half should be pretty careful. One wrong move. And Buden has the shot on him. Alright, AWAM at the ready. Looking into the little shack. Spots the movement coming in from Buden. Buden now making a quick dash there. Trying to get up. Trying to rotate in towards Flacco. Here we go. He's moving in. Cue the dramatic music. Right, so Flacco and Buden about to start battling it out. Who will be the one to clutch it? Will it be Buden? Will it be Flacco? Or will it be break you in half? Oh, Flacco has spotted a little bit of movement. It's venturing a little bit further up in towards the zone. Of course, now we're going to see the next zone pop, and it moves up once again right in between all the players. Flacco now trying to rotate around, break you in half. Now also getting ready to move on in. Flacco now trying to third party peek this one. Break you in half now, just waiting. Spotted that initial movement coming in from Buden. Oh, here we go. Flacco making a quick dash for it. Steps on up. Oh, back and forth. Oh, the damage is mounting. Buden picks up Flacco. Here we go. Break you in half now. Also rushing on in. Buden is so low on health. This could be an easy clutch for break you in half. He's trying to wrap around, trying to find that angle. Buden doesn't seem to be too phased just yet. Come on, break you in half. Buden side by side. The two remaining players. Will it be Buden or will it be break you in half? Of course, now Buden is still fixated on the underground entrance. This could be the perfect opportunity for break you in half. Of course, now getting closer, just waiting. He's just inside of zone. Blue zone is going to start closing up now. And of course, now we're going to be seeing where the next phase will be taking us. Phase 8. It is going to be absolutely insane. These two players are so close together. There we go, breaking off now, using the opportunity to recover some health. Fortunately for break you in half, Buden hasn't spotted his rotation just yet, hasn't spotted any movement. But of course now we've got that zone shifting up once again, moving up in favor of Buden. So break you in half definitely now needs to try and push a little bit further forward. But break you in half needs to make this play. Buden coming up the side. It's clearing the edge of zone. So let's see if Buden will continue to sweep the edge. Because he's now just playing this ridge line, trying to make the most of it. He does have the higher ground advantage. But here we go. Alright, so out comes the smokes. This could also be a perfect opportunity for break you in half to step on in. Oh, he uses the opportunity to rush up in towards zone. Oh, leapfrogging into the tree there. Come on. This is up to break you in half to strike. Just sneaking in zone. Buden now frigging that he should be behind this tree. Up he comes. Oh, break you in half, steps up. Buden, of course, with the quick reactions, picks up the kill though. Down he goes. Buden takes the chicken and does so with 5 kills. Break you in half, finishing in second there on 3. Flacco finishing in third place. Abukad in fourth with 2. We got Booyah finishing in fifth on 3. Hooligan in 6th place. And of course, Bob Rock then in 7th. We got Mixo in 8th on 2. We got Magic in 9th with 2. We got Willie in 10th with 1. Then, of course, we got Edge in 11th. Vile in 12th there with 2. Sela in 13th. Sayahuyuri. Wow, that is a difficult name. Please tell me how I say this. But whatever, you know who I'm talking about. Over in 14th place. Legion in 15th place. Hamster Slayer in 16th. We got Lockjaw in 17th. We got Dub in 18th with 1. Schism in 19th with 1. And of course, we got Fluffy in 20th. Sin in 21st. Sage in 22nd. Ice in 23rd. BB and J in 24th. Slavery and Awesome in 25th and 26th place. And of course, Sin finishing up there with 1 kill as well. So yeah, there we go. There we have it. Absolutely crazy stuff. A really, really calculated play in those final few zones. And of course, well done there to Buden for picking up that chicken and doing so in a perfect style. And of course, that is going to be bringing us to the end of the broadcast here today. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. And of course, be sure to check out the Oppo series if you haven't done so already, especially the Reno 5 5G series. But of course, well, we look forward to seeing you guys back again next week. Have a fantastic week, and be sure to look at the Kasi Esports social media for see when exactly the registrations are open. But of course, with that, it is the end. Have a fantastic day, and of course, see you guys back next week, same time, same place.